are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. As they run the counter play. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
That's caught. It's James Washington. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah McKenzie. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point?
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's White. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. 18
Second and 5. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken at the 15. And he's out right at the 25. These two teams all tied after one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play.
They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now, this time he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Right back to him on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
26 months. Got you, boy. I got you.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Runs good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rolling to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Atlanta. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jonathan Hankins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. White now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. Out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Second and 16. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
26 mark, 26 mark. Exit, exit. 26 mark, 26 mark.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. And just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.